We all know the 3D printer is the epitome of maker tools, but perhaps you want to branch out and try something new. Or if you have a project that printing miles of filament just won't solve, you may be curious about adding a laser engraver to your arsenal. I know I was. In fact, Creality sent over the Falcon 2 22-watt laser engraver for us to test out here at the 3D Printing Zone. I'll have more information about this specific laser engraver later in this video. Now, you might be thinking, my 3D printer can do anything. Why do I need a laser engraver? That's a fair question. I mean, you can laser engrave benchies into different materials. But seriously, in my experimentation, I found that there are two key reasons why a laser engraver and 3D printer work very well in tandem. I came up with a few projects that I'd like to share to demonstrate how you can maximize your creativity. One of the key benefits of using a laser engraver is it expands the materials you can use beyond just plastics. Laser engravers are excellent at cutting wood, acrylic, stainless steel, and more. Some projects require the use of these kind of materials either aesthetically or functionally. My wife recently tasked me with finding a solution to store her pen collection. Now, I know my trusted 3D printers would be helpful in this endeavor, but I needed a material that was soft enough that the pens could actually be pressed into, and also flexible enough that it could accommodate different shapes and sizes. This kind of led me to using cork. The good news is the Falcon 2 can not only cut cork to size, but it can also be used to engrave different designs and logos onto the surface of the board, giving the project just an overall more custom look. To begin, I designed the mounting features for the pen boards. I set up this as a hexagonal shape that included a mounting point to the wall and an area where the cut cork could nest into. I threw this into my slicer, changed the top surface to concentric, and sent it off to the printer. In the meantime, I opened up Lightburn, set a path to cut the cork in the nested area I designed, and added a logo to be engraved on the surface. I then adjusted the workspace to accommodate both the cutting and engraving on the material, and set up the machine to start the process. With the speed and cutting capability, it made quick work of all the panels I needed. Time for assembly. I glued the cut cork into the printed parts with standard superglue and pressed the panels into place. Now there is a full set of boards to hold my wife's nerdy collection. The last step was to mount them to the wall. Once all the boards were aligned and fixed in place, she began arranging her pens. As soon as she began placing, she said that I needed to make more boards for when she inevitably buys more pens. Well, a husband's work is never done. Now, your project may not use cork, but a laser engraver uses a wide variety of different materials, so it will just help expand the scope of any project you're working on. The other major reason to consider getting a laser engraver is the contrast and resolution you can achieve with the technology. Don't get me wrong, 3D printing is great, but it does have its limitations with small features and showing depth with single color prints. You can overcome these limitations by switching to resin printing, really tweaking your printer settings, or switching to a multi-material option. But those options aren't always the most cost or time effective. A laser engraver can achieve both fine detail and high contrast with pretty minimal effort. You might have seen my recent short where my wife got her own Bamboo X1 Carbon. Well, this is great because I have more printers at my disposal. So instead of her and I saying, "Is it printing on your printer?" or "Is your printer free?" we decided to name our printers. Our printers are going to be named after different NASA missions. My wife's printer is OSIRIS-REx, my X1 Carbon is Apollo, and my Prusa Mark III is Voyager. Now, it's all well and good to just have the names, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to make little name tags for the printers. I've spent a lot of time dialing in my printers to achieve the best results possible, but even so, logos with this much detail and small features, especially in the size that I want, is a real challenge to print. But yeah, I tried it anyways. The OSIRIS-REx logo turned out pretty good, but even so, on the bottom you can see some of the text didn't fully print. Apollo, with the very rounded letters and narrow-channeled features, did not turn out as neatly as I'd like. Even with the depth, it's hard to make out the features due to contrast issues with the entire print being one color. Of course, I could solve this with a multi-material print, but that can be time intensive to manage and waste a lot of material in the process. However, laser engravers excel at both high contrast and the level of detail that I'm looking for. I imported each of the mission patch logos into Lightburn and created a boundary where each would be cut. I then adjusted the image to the quality I wanted and used Creality's recommended settings for cutting and engraving brown leather. While the laser engraver was busy, I used the same outer boundary of each mission patch to design a backing for the leather pieces. I added a kickstand feature on the back so the assembly would set on an angle, then printed all of the components. Once assembled, each found their home on top of the respective printer. Good thing there are a lot of NASA missions, because I want options for future printers. It's amazing to see the level of detail you can achieve with this technology, and it's shockingly easy to get started. Creality sent the 3D printing zone the Falcon 2, which boasts a speed of 25,000 millimeters per minute and an impressive 22-watt laser. Even with a working area of 400 by 415 millimeters, this machine comes almost fully assembled right out of the box. I was able to get started in less than 10 minutes because the instructions provided are very clear and simple to follow. From the safety sunglasses to the 5 primary safety protections on board, it's clear that when designing this machine, safety was a top priority for the Creality team. The 5 safety protections include the bidirectional limit switch, which helps identify the boundary of the build area, the active stop function in case of accidental movement or tilting, the front security lock, the emergency stop button, and lastly, the laser protective cover on the laser head. Plus, it has a triple monitoring system, which monitors the airflow, lens, and presence of flame. And you can really put the powerful laser and fast speeds to use with the integrated air assist feature. Having this as part of the system ensures the materials cut remain as clean as possible. More information on this laser engraver can be found on Creality's website. I'll include a few helpful links in the description below. We want to give a huge thank you to Creality for sending the Falcon 2 and safety enclosure for us to try out and discover what else we can do as makers. I hope the projects in this video showcase how a laser engraver and 3D printer actually work really well together. If you have projects where you've used this dynamic duo, please feel free to add a few comments below or share with us on social media.
Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Nils.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Wyatt.
And this is the 3D Printing Zone.
Would you like to tell the audience how awesome 3D printing is? Hey, we're here to talk about 3D printing and laser engraving in this case, but hello.